What's going on, family? It's your boy Aiden Dynamite Stone, the living legend.
Zero Bilbo, the crypto consultant.
Listen, we are here at the Money Talk Show podcast, man. Listen, the creation of this deal to make sure you understand the real talk to come to money and get in position with that deal. This show was created for everybody across the nation who need to understand how money really works. Like, listen, money talks. At the end of the day, is a blueprint to this deal. So on this show, we're going to make sure you get all the sauce to make sure you get in position.
And then I'm going to make sure that you know everything that's going on in the crypto space. This is the largest transfer of wealth that we'll see in our lifetime. And we want to make sure that everybody is in position.
So make sure you strap up your seatbelts. We're about to go for a ride. Tune in. Let's get it popping. Money Talk Show. Let's get it. Let's go. What's going on? What's going on, family? It's your boy Aiden Dynamite Stone, the living legend, man. We are back. We are back. We are back. Listen, Houston treated us good, man. It's good to be back at the crib, man. Money Talk Show back. Absolutely iconic. Back on with my main man, 100 grand. Terrell, the crypto consultant. What's good, broski?
What's the deal, man? Hey, man. I just wanted to say, man, did you have a good time in my city, man?
Man, I had a great time, bro. Listen. Man, listen, again, shout out to Mom Dukes real quick. Like, I got some good Louisiana. And let me make sure I can't say New Orleans. It was St. Charles, right?
Lake Charles.
I know it's a Charles in there somewhere. Lake Charles, Louisiana, right? They always say you can't eat anybody gumbo. So shout out to Mom Dukes for making me some homemade Lake Charles gumbo. I think I enjoyed that more than all the restaurants.
I know you did. Hey, when you go to Lake Charles, ask about the Bilbos. They know how we do it. They know how we do it.
Yeah, it was dope. It was so good, man. I appreciate the hospitality. Had a great time. Shot a great show. That clip was just fire too, man. We gotta get that intro smooth, but that clip was fire.
Like I told you, I like what he was doing with that.
He working on it. He working on it. We continue to move and groove. Hey, y'all like that? With that, put some fire in the chat, man. If y'all thought that was fire, I thought that was super dope, man. He made the brother shine out there, man. Listen, we just gonna keep scaling this deal up. We told y'all, man. Our goal is to be able to stick and stay and help grow this deal to the next level. And so Houston was great. Man, listen, we just want to recap on the last show for just a moment. On the last show, guys, we talked about a lot of stuff. I think my biggest takeaway, I guess we could do a point and just kind of go from there. But my big takeaway from the last show, which is kind of a segue into what we're going to talk about today, is here, well, all the money that's coming into the market, guys, we have an opportunity to get in front of countries and major corporations. Like that's the takeaway. You know what I'm saying? That's what I got, bro. You know what I'm saying? That and that just came out in the spirit of the revelation of the deal, because what's happening in the market right now, this is one of the first time as retailers we can get in front of countries and mainstream. Think about it. With the U.S. stock market, they already had a company, right? Mm-hmm. They had a company, and then they sold off shares called stocks, and you became a fractionalized owner of that company stock, right? That's what the stockholder is, right? A company started and they sold off shares. This is what we know to be the market when we talk about investing into the stock market. In the crypto market, these are actual companies, technology companies that's actually working, right? And we get a chance to be able to invest into these projects before mainstream does. That's that moment of time that I took away from the show. You know what I'm saying? And making sure we got to have a sense of urgency to get in position, which led to this show, right? That we got to get in position before they do, right? So we're going to get into that. But that was my takeaway. We got to have a sense of urgency. So what was your takeaway, T?
Absolutely. I think it's the same. I was listening to something earlier. It says the an investing revolution that the United States is not prepared for, right? Absolutely. That's what we're looking at. Like you talk about the stocks, the stock companies, and being able to invest in those. A lot of that, and we'll talk about tokenization today as well. But that's what that is. It's like we're looking at the Fortune 500 companies of the future, right? But instead of going to an accredited investor, a group of large bankers, VCs, and things like that to get the funding for their projects, they're coming to the communities. They're coming to the ecosystem now. So now that just opens up the floodgates as far as investment, as far as their ability to access liquidity. So it's just a big thing. Like the blockchain and everything that's happening in crypto. Like I said, I don't think people realize how big this is. But being, like you saying, just going back to your point, being able to be first and be in front of all of these other people, because they're still figuring it out. Like we haven't even got regulatory clarity yet in the United States. So they're back there getting ready, like they itching to go, but they can't go until the bills are signed. You know what I'm saying? So until those bills are signed, you need to be getting in position because you in front, you ahead right now.
Yo, that's the big deal, man. We putting in things in motion, working with regulatory. And listen, I told everybody before we got started, right, that I was going to try, which I tried. That's what you see me over here finagling to be able to get it to my Facebook page. I tried, and I think I got it. I don't know. We're going to see. But I had to switch and manage my post. So if you on YouTube, we got 30 people off the muscle here on YouTube and still coming in. That's crazy. Man, shout out to y'all, man, for being on time and ready to go to the next level. So I'm trying to get Facebook in here. So when I go backstage, I'm going to see if I can get the Facebook following in here. But, man, today's show is going to be one of those that's going to be for the road. I mean, for the record books, guys. Let me get over here real quick because I got to be able to bring us some information for you guys. Like, listen, let me just say this. The guys that's on here today were the gentlemen. I feel like I'm sitting between two giants. I just told them backstage, this is like the Twin Towers for me. I think I'm more excited than the audience tonight. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to give homage to what homage is due. And I give a big shout out to my partner, Mr. Terry Bilbo. You know what I'm saying? He's not just a crypto consultant, man. He's a genius. I've been telling Bilbo this since we got together. Like, bro, you just ahead of your time. Like, some people just got a gift that goes beyond their years. And that brother has that gift. You know what I'm saying? And then the patience to teach. You know what I mean? Some people know stuff, but then they got to have the gift of communication. You know what I mean? You ever met a person, they just a serious butthole. They know a lot, but they can't communicate it. The other, like, you supposed to know this. You know what I'm saying? Like they can't communicate. So, it's not only the knowledge, but it's the ability to communicate to be able to share with other people. So I got to get homage to my brother, Mr. Bilbo. You know what I'm saying? He is that crypto consultant, that genius to me and my life that God put in my life to help me. And then I guess that's coming on, man. Listen, I'm telling you, Hot, man, AKA Pips. I mean, I'm telling you, this brother, again, is all the way over there in Puerto Rico. You know what I'm saying? All the way on the other side of the world, man. And this brother was just sending me sauce, and he was sending me projects, way before people even heard. I ain't never heard of it. And y'all gonna hear about it today, and some of y'all ain't never heard of it either. And he was like, Sloan, check out this. And I just really appreciate that because he's a Forex trader. He trades futures. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's been in this game for years. I'm gonna let him tell his story, but I just had to say, you know what I'm saying? I just had to say, okay. They said it's on Facebook Live. All right, good. Okay. God working with us. I appreciate it. But this gentleman was all the way on the other side of the world, and he was looking out for little old me. I mean, I don't know about y'all, but when a person thinks about me, I say thank you. When a person take time out of their day to send me some information, I say thank you. Because I understand that information is that great space in the world that's a great separator. So when people take time out of their life to send you something, appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? So I got nothing but love and homage for, man, Mr. Pips. Man, Pips is that dude. I'm telling you, he gonna tell his story. But sitting in between these two giants, this show is an absolutely iconic show for me. When we look back on this show 6 months, 12 months from now, we gonna be able to say, like, they put us in the game. Like, they told us to do it. We did it, and then it happened. And so I'm excited for him, guys. And before we bring up Pips to be able to introduce himself, I want you guys to know this. This space that we living in right now, it ain't about do you believe it. I said this on my page the other day. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to say it again. This ain't about do you believe it. This is about, are you in position for it? Hello. It's a big difference because sometimes we get into this habit where I gotta study, no before I do. I'm telling you, this joint gonna move so fast, your belief ain't gonna stop it. Your disbelief ain't gonna stop it. You know what I'm saying? But all I can tell you is, listen, as Mark Twain says, history doesn't repeat itself, but it rhymes. And this is a rhythmic flow that's happening in the market that we got again. So without any further ado, we're going to bring up our partner, our guest speaker. Ladies and gentlemen, give a round of applause. Put some fire in the chat for my main man, 100 grand, Mr. Hop, a.k.a. Pips. What it do, baby?
Let's go.
How everybody doing?
Good, man.
Yes, sir. Man, did y'all feel that heat that came up when that brother came from backstage? I just felt some smoke. You know what I'm saying? Like, now listen, I know some of y'all like, man, that brother, like, he about 12 years old. Don't get it twisted. Pip got kids. You know what I mean? That boy got that baby face, but don't let it fool you. You know what I'm saying? What's up, bro?
Appreciate it, fam. How y'all doing, man? How y'all fellas doing?
Doing great, brother. Glad to have you to the show, man. Thanks for coming on.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you guys for having me, man. Thanks for the invite. But yeah, man, just to tell the people a little bit about myself, I've been day trading for about 8 years now. Futures trading for about 3 years now. And yeah, I just got into day trading because I was looking for, extra source of income, because, you got to have more than one source of income to truly be wealthy or live comfortable in this world. So I got into day trading about 2016 when my youngest daughter was born. And I just stuck with it, never gave up, and started being profitable around 2019. And yeah, moved to the islands, moved to Puerto Rico, made some hell of connections out there. And yeah, I just been dipping my toe into this meme coin, altcoin thing and cryptocurrency. I had some good, I wouldn't call it luck, because I did do the work and the research to, find the Bored Apes when they came out. But yeah, I did have some a good run with Bored Apes. I minted Bored Apes when they first came out for $300 a piece, and as we all know, they went up to like $500,000. So yeah, and
The
so
boy got his own money.
I just been day trading and
wait, you can't run past that Pip like a penny on the sidewalk. I got him about 300. They went to buy half a ticket, but then I just went out to the beach and I walked around a little bit. Like, come on, man! Like, come on, man! Man, how you gonna do that like that, Pip? You can't drop. This brother's so smooth. I pray he was a part of the Temptations back in the day, man. This brother part of the Temptations. This brother's so smooth. He just made it loud and clear, man. I just picked that up on the fly, and then we just went to the island, man. I just left the States and moved to the island. You know what I'm
saying? That's what I did. But for the last last 2 years, I've really been studying altcoins and meme coins. And that's what we're going to talk a little bit about tonight is ordinals and rooms on the Bitcoin blockchain. And that's what I really want to focus my attention on tonight is getting people in position to take advantage of this next leg up that we're about to see in cryptocurrency. So yeah, man, that's pretty much my story.
Absolutely.
Man, the chat going crazy. Go ahead, T.
Nah, I was just telling Sloan, man. I was like, shoot, I'm used to being that only one in the room that's talking about these coins and evaluating. I was like, shoot, I'm happy to pick somebody else's brain. So we're gonna let you have the floor today, bro. So you can go ahead and tell her what the play is.
Yeah. So listen, everybody, right now before we dive in, because I'm telling you, this show is gonna be absolutely iconic, and the energy about to go crazy with this information. I need you to do me a favor. Right? I need you to share this early. You feel me? I need you to share early right now. I need you to make sure you got a pen and a notepad like right now. Like, listen, this serious business, guys. The Money Talk Show. Then we had the other day, they wanted to come up with a theme or something. We're like, man, we ain't got no theme, man. We just get up here and we do what we do. You know what I'm saying?
We got one though.
We got one now. Though. We had to create one, right? And it was like, man, y'all need a theme. The show is great, but what's y'all tagline? Get money. You know what I'm saying?
All right, now you got to deal with that later on. Now I'm gonna be upset with you.
And so we had to work on that, but it was about unlocking the secrets of the wealthy, man. One conversation at a time, like one conversation at a time. because in our culture, you know what I'm saying, we black and brown. I think I'm a little melanated. I think Pip might be running neck and neck. I'm usually the most melanated brother on the show. I think we running neck and neck.
I'm neck and neck.
And so, you know, but in our community, yo, it be these conversations, yo, like that we don't get a chance to have. You know what I'm saying? Because if your granddaddy ain't had no money, or your grandmama didn't have it, or your mom didn't come from money, right? 9 times out of 10, she, you know, told you to go to school. Boy, you better get good grades. You know what I'm saying? You can't quit. Boy, you better clean your room. You better pray. Boy, you better make sure you say yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. You know what I'm saying? Like, they gave us good character. You know what I mean? You know, principles. Does that make sense? And we cherish them principles to this day. But guess what, y'all? They couldn't teach us what they didn't know.
Nope.
You understand what I'm saying? That's the real talk of unlocking the secrets of the wealthy, one conversation at a time, that our people couldn't teach what they didn't know. And so I love my mama, grandma, aunties, uncles, and that. I love them to fish ride with the croak in the backyard. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love everything about my culture. You understand what I'm saying? But when we talk about how did you learn how to get wealthy, it came from watching wealthy people and studying wealthy people. So as people say, yo, I got lucky, but not really, because I did do the research. You see what I'm saying? Like, I did look in that direction, and that's what this show is about. So really, for real, like, I want y'all to share this early, because these conversations is for the culture. You know what I'm saying? Our goal is to move the culture, to put our people in a position that we can take the knowledge, apply it, you know what I'm saying? Take the money that we have, be good stewards of it, and be able to multiply the wealth from generation to generation. Put make sense in the chat, guys, that makes sense to you, because I want to make sure you understand, like, what is this conversation for? This ain't for us to sound smarter than everybody else. This is be like, yo, listen, yo, this the move. This that conversation. You know what I'm saying? This that conversation. When we say let's get in position before they do, I want to hit that and Pip. I just want you to go with it, bro. Who's the they? You know what I'm saying? Like, who's the they?
You already know.
You know what I'm saying?
Know.
Mainstream. We got a chance to get in position, y'all. So we can't let this time pass us where we slipping and we don't get it done. Corporations and companies right now. So Pip, I want you to pick up this first question right here, bro. Yo, how important is this moment in time? Like, this moment that we in right now, like this moment, how important is it right now for the people to understand what's going on in the economic system and how to take advantage of it?
It's the most important time of our generation, bro. The most important time of our generation. Just like the .com era was the most important time of our parents' generation. In the same way that had our parents been early to the .com era, life would be a lot different for all of us right now, had they been early to that whole era. So right now is the most important time to get in position, do your research, do your due diligence, study, and just get in position. Like you said earlier, this time here isn't about believing in something, believing in a company, believing in an institution. Right now, you need to be doing the homework, studying these companies, studying the scalability of these companies, studying their roadmaps and what they project to do 10, 20, 30 years from now, and just get in position. Because right now you're positioning yourself for your children to benefit off of. So that should be the most important thing. I know it is for me.
Yeah.
For me too. T, what would you say, man? What make this timing right now so important, bro?
I mean, I echo what the brother said, the same thing. And most of it for me is just the sheer opportunity and the access. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's never been a time, like we were talking about earlier. If I wanted to invest in Microsoft and Google and all these different things, like, I had to be an accredited investor, which means I had to be worth $1 million. Or I used to have at least $200,000 of liquid cash. That's 80% of the whole demographic out the door, probably even more than that. Right? But right now we're looking at, well, shoot, if I got 100, I got 1,000, I got 500, I can move and I can get into these these assets and this technology that's taking over the world, like now I can really play a position. And I think that's, for me, is just access, man. It's like you don't have to understand, like you said, you don't understand how that iPhone works, but you use it every day. You know what I'm saying? So it's like let's not get caught up in the all
That's
of
a
that.
great point, bro. That's a great
Like,
point.
let's understand that it's happening. And and I was talking to somebody earlier, if the president of the largest, the most strongest country in the world comes out and says this, what other verifications do you need other than the fact that I might not like the person, but understand what he's saying and what that means.
Mm-hmm.
Like, understand that. Forget the emotions. Understand this man is saying we're going to be the crypto capital of the world. What does that mean? You know what I'm saying? Man. That's the biggest thing for me, bro.
Nah, that's key. That's key. I echo the sentiment both of y'all are saying. Yeah, it's crazy, man. I just had the same statement earlier to somebody, T, is that I don't care if you don't like Trump or not. I don't care. All that personal stuff. But the point of, we are in one of the most powerful country in the world. We are a trendsetter country. And what's going on in the crypto market for this country is going to make other people come our direction. You see what I'm saying? And so for us right now, all we have to do is do what our parents and grandparents didn't do.
Yep.
I want y'all to get that. We got to do what they didn't do. Right. You understand what I'm saying? Like, we have an opportunity to take action. They was oppressed, and it was like the blacks go this way, the whites go this way. You know what I'm saying? Then my father used to talk about you know what I'm saying? They say if you want to hide something from a black man, put it in the book. You know what I'm saying? And so they didn't have access. You understand me? They ain't had access. Now we got Google. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you got a phone, you can't say you don't know. Hey, Google, what is the capital? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, now you know, right?
It's the hottest crypto right now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's gonna tell you instantaneously, right? What wallet should what's the difference between a hot wallet and a cold wallet, Google? Yep. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna tell you. So for me, the timing of it is that we get a chance to take action, because we done been through a couple of generations who was oppressed. And now we in a situation that it's nothing holding us back from activation but ourselves. It's the 6 inches between our ears. It's what's in our head and what are we telling ourselves. And so this is why I feel like the timing right now was so important for us to wake up and really take advantage of this opportunity, because they couldn't do it. And when they could have some shots, they didn't. They were scared. Right. Our generation ain't afraid. We not afraid. You see what I'm saying? Like, I ain't afraid to be an entrepreneur. My mother and grandmother was petrified to leave a job. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. What? Absolutely. I ain't leaving my job, my good job. Yo, when I quit my job, my mom was like, "You leaving that good job?" Good job. I'm just like, what are you talking about, woman? I can't will this job to my daughter. I can't sell this job. I ain't got no equity in it. Like, this ain't mine. What's a good job? Because they was taught to be afraid, but that had that security. Our generation not afraid. So this time and right now, we get a chance to take the lessons from 2 generations and get active.
Get active.
You know what I'm saying? And so, listen, all that fear, man, that joint out the window, baby. Let's get active, man. So we talked about, this point right now. So Pip, I want you to talk about this halving, bro. We just went through this Bitcoin halving, and I know you and I was having this conversation. You were talking about the every 4-year cycle. So I want you and T, y'all dialogue on that for a little bit a bit. I'm gonna go backstage for a second. I want y'all to dialogue about the Bitcoin halving. What does it mean, and why is it important for this halving for where we at right now?
You want to take that, T?
Yeah. So, for me, like you said, the Bitcoin halving is just it's the protocol of the Bitcoin. Like, it's basically how it's written or how it's designed. Every 4 years, the amount of Bitcoin that is put into circulation is cut in half. So what we're looking at, and when you talk about the importance of it, is simple supply and demand, right? You're starting to see the supply going down, and then you're seeing the demand go up. So what does that do for price, right? And then and then I'll ask you your opinion on it too. But like, so if you look at it this time, why I believe this time is so important is because we look at Bitcoin going from 0.003, less than a penny, 15 years ago, to over 108,000, and that's pretty much without real institutional participation. You know what I'm saying? Well, this time, I think the amount of money, I keep saying this, the amount of money is getting ready to flow into this market. I don't think we could even fathom what's getting ready to happen. You know what I'm saying? So what you think about that?
Yeah, man. I like to go to the charts, but yeah, I second everything you said. Can I share my charts on here?
You should be go to present at the bottom. You see present down there?
Oh yeah.
You should be able to pull it up there.
There we go. All right. Cool beans.
Got it up. There we go.
Yep. Here we come.
Click entire screen over to the right, Pip.
Can you guys see my chart?
There we go.
Yep, you good money, bro.
Yes,
all right, cool beans. So yeah, when we talk about Bitcoin halvings and the reaction that we see after a Bitcoin halving, like I said, I'm a technical guy, so I like to go to the charts and like show you visuals. The first Bitcoin halving was November the 27th, 2012. And we can see that usually after a halving, we have a bull run for about anywhere from a year and a half to 2 years. That's usually how long the bull cycle lasts, right? So we can see that in the first Bitcoin halving that the market grew by 9,800%, right? Can y'all see that at the top? The green bar with 9,893%.
Yes, sir.
Cool beans. That was after the first halving, right? That was this peak right here. That was this peak, right? 9,800% on the first halving. 4 years later, we had our next halving at July the 4th, right? That halving, we seen a price increase of 2,800%, right? Now, it's expected that each halving, the price growth will get less and less, but still, I mean, you don't see gains like this in any other asset class other than crypto, particularly Bitcoin.
Right.
So, last cycle, right? In 2020, April 2020, I'm sorry, May 2020.
Yeah.
We seen a price increase of 700%. Now, you notice we went from 9,800 on the first one, 2,800 on the second one. On the third one, it dropped all the way down to only like 700%, which is still crazy gains for any market. But some people may ask why so low last cycle. And the reason, my reason being that we had a lot of regulation coming down on crypto last halving, right? We had regulations coming from the SEC and everybody, CFTC. Everybody was just trying to keep crypto, keep Bitcoin from being what it could be, right? And in my opinion, that's why we only seen a growth of 700% last cycle, right? Now, fast forward to this cycle. We just had our halving last April, right? Last year. And we can see Bitcoin is already starting to give us that push up like it has every cycle in the past, right? So, according to my analysis, right, even if Bitcoin only does the same amount of growth that it did last cycle, I put it right around 700%. I put it at 654%. That still gives us a price target of $481,000 for Bitcoin, right? Now, even let's say for some, some crazy reason, circumstance or whatnot, let's say Bitcoin only does half of what it did last cycle, right? At 350%, right? That still gives us a price target of around 290 to like 300,000, right? So that's still another 200K from where price is currently at, right? But I think that we're going to do more than the 700% than we did last cycle. I think that this is going to be the most parabolic cycle that we've seen with Bitcoin, just on the grounds that we have our first pro crypto president in office right now, and all the regulations that he's passing for crypto right now is super bullish for Bitcoin. And so even if we only do what we did last cycle at 650%, that still put Bitcoin around $480,000, right? And dude, like what more is there to say? Like that's astronomical growth. And even if you're not in position right now, as you can see from looking at the data, right, and looking at the price targets, you can still dollar cost average into Bitcoin and still see significant gains to the upside over the next year and a half to 2 years.
And so one thing that I want to point out, so this is good. That's why I like getting on here with other thinkers. So I'm gonna challenge this right here. So this is why I look at Bitcoin, right? And you look at, and we talk about it all the time. So, and this is just my opinion. This is just our thought process that we come to it with. When people getting into crypto right now, I believe right now is an opportunity for life-changing money, right? We talked about retail. Right now, at Bitcoin being at $100,000, most retail investors don't have enough money enough money to buy Bitcoin to have it to make any kind of like substantial life-changing money in their lives. They just don't. It is what it is, right? Unless you're buying a whole Bitcoin and it go up 200,000, then 200,000, that's some good money, right? But this is what I want you to speak to, because I've had a conversation with Adrian, so I know where you're at with it. But this is why we always say, look at the chain, but then also look at the ecosystem. You know what I'm saying? Because big guys that have been buying Bitcoin all this time or whatever, when it does, and I think you damn near spot on. That I think 250 to 300 is about probably where we'll land, but there's a possibility for 500,000 or better. Like, so I agree with that. But at that point, people are going to take profits. And then when they take profits, in your opinion, where in that ecosystem should those profits flow?
All right, cool beans. All right, I'm back. So that leads me to my next topic, talking about Bitcoin ordinals and runes on Bitcoin. So what made last cycle so astronomical in the sense of like money being made for crypto, as we all know, was NFTs. NFTs and altcoins, right? We seen these altcoins doing astronomical numbers, and we seen NFTs, hence Bored Ape, do astronomical numbers. Why they did that is because of the technology was new, right? It allowed you to be able to do something in crypto that you couldn't really do before efficiently, right? So, and that was be able to create art and music on top of a blockchain, right? That it existed because you had things like the crypto punks and whatnot, but you couldn't do it efficiently, right? Until last cycle when NFTs was introduced to the people. And so what made it so parabolic was it was a new technology. And like you said, when people start taking profits out the top, they look for lower market cap assets to funnel those profits into and then ride that wave up again. And that's what a lot of people did that was invested in Bitcoin and Ethereum last cycle. They got in early on these NFTs and altcoins, and they rode it to the top. So with Bitcoin, we are now able to do that with Bitcoin, right? Last cycle, you still couldn't build on top of Bitcoin. The Bitcoin maxis, they didn't want you building on top of Bitcoin. I mean, still to this day, they're kind of on the, you know what I mean? They're on the edge. Like, is this good for Bitcoin? Is it a bad thing for Bitcoin or whatnot? But it's something that they can't stop because there's a need for it there. There's a demand. There's a big demand. And so the developer Casey Rodomore, he came out with the Ordinals protocol, right? Mm-hmm. And Ordinals is just another word for NFT. It allows you to now be able to build on top of Bitcoin like people were able to build on top of Ethereum last cycle, right? Through Ordinals, through the Ordinals protocol, right? So through the Ordinals protocol, you're able to create art on Bitcoin now. You can inscribe audio files, right? That's what it's called, inscribing. On Ethereum network, it was called minting. When you wanted to buy an NFT, you needed to mint it. Well, on the Bitcoin blockchain, it's called inscribing, right? You need, if you want to put something on the Bitcoin blockchain, you need to inscribe it, right? Through the Ordinal protocol. And so now with inscriptions on Bitcoin, you can put art on Bitcoin. You can put music file, audio files. You can put in whatever you want to put on Bitcoin, is you can do it now through the Ordinals protocol, right? And so you have this developer named Leonidas who came behind Casey Rodomore, right, and gave us the Runes protocol, right? And the Runes protocol really it improved the Ordinals protocol and made it more efficient, right? Because the Ordinals protocol was still running into issues with the hash rate being high and the inscription fees being through the roof, right? It cost a lot of money to inscribe these Ordinals on the Bitcoin blockchain. So Leonidas came through with the Runes protocol and made that more efficient and a lot less cheaper, right? And then creating the Runes protocol, what he did was something very, very unique that it's never been done before. So if you was an early adopter of the Ordinals protocol that Casey Rodomore created, and you was inscribing Ordinals in the beginning half of 2023, what Leonidas did was he airdropped everybody a runestone. But you had to be an early adopter. So he airdropped runestones to all early adopters of the Ordinal protocol, right? And so he dropped a runestone to 112,000 wallets. Those 112,000 wallets was early adopters of the Ordinals protocol, meaning they was inscribing Ordinals on the Bitcoin blockchain in the first half of 2023. They was early to the party. They was in position. I was one of those early adopters, right? And so one day I woke up, I had a runestone in my wallet, and I go on X and I'm asking what's going on. And that's when I found out, okay, Leonidas dropped the early adopters runestones, and we're gonna have another airdrop coming. And so this other airdrop that he dropped us was it was a room called Dog Go to the Moon, right? You can just call it Dog for short, not Doge. Drop the E, just Dog. And what he did was, if you were holding a runestone in your wallet on April of last year, he airdropped everybody that was holding a runestone 889,806 dog tokens, right? Ooh. He didn't keep a team allocation for himself like most teams do, like most coins do. They keep a team allocation, and they keep the team allocation to like pay for marketing, promotion, influencers, market makers, and listing fees, right? Because for these coins to get listed on these exchanges, they have to pay what you call a listing fee to get listed. And those listing fees are in the millions of dollars,
Absolutely.
like tens of millions of dollars, right? So most coins, they keep a team allocation to pay themselves, for them to take some coin, for them to pay for all of that stuff I just named, and to pay for listing fees and all that. What makes DOG so unique is DOG has none of that. It has no team allocation. It's not paying a listing fee to exchanges to get listed on exchanges, right? It's not paying influencers. It's not paying KOLs. It's not paying market makers. Everything dealing with DOG is 1000% decentralized and organic, right? Leo only took the airdrop like the other early ordinals. He didn't keep an allocation for himself. What makes this so unique is it makes DOG rug proof. And I'm pretty sure we all know what a rug is. Is when you invest.
I mean, explain it for the people. So
Yeah,
some people might not know what it is.
For y'all, first of all, before we go into that, man, listen, did y'all hear this brother just say this? I gotta go back, man. We gotta treat this like poetry night and say rewind for a second, man. For the people who saw it early, who was a part of the ordinals process, everybody that's with this NFTs, with this crypto stuff, For the people who took the time, who got in position before they got in position, did the ordinals because they saw it before everybody else saw it. The owners say, listen, I rock with y'all. The 112 of y'all, y'all believed in this deal. I'm going to airdrop y'all 889,000. That's the number there, Pip. 889? I'm going to drop y'all 889 rooms to put y'all in position. That by itself, when we get to this and this math start mathing, was life-changing by itself.
Oh, yeah. The airdrop was worth $4,000. The 889 was worth $4,000.
So imagine this. People say, oh, $4,000 ain't a lot. Okay. If a person gave you $4,000 free of Bitcoin in 2020, 2021, right? When Bitcoin was at 4,000, you would be up 100 and something grand for that $4,000 right now.
Yes, sir.
And what bro about to go through with this dog room, I want to make sure y'all take notes and get this. What he about to talk about that happened with this 889,000 gonna make that 4,000 to 100,000 look like a drop of water in the bucket. You know what I'm saying? But I just want to hit that for a minute, Pip, because this is a big part of our culture right here, seeing it before other people see it.
Absolutely.
Yep. And you did that not just once. So you say you got lucky the last time. Well, I did some research. I got lucky. I guess you just keep getting lucky, huh? It just
formula to that luck.
You got a lucky formula over there. You know what I'm saying? You
got a lucky work that
or something, man. You know what I'm saying? But I had to hit on that, brother. Go ahead, man. Go ahead. So we got the history of the ruins. All right, go ahead, Pip. Go ahead and drive that right there, brother.
Cool bean. So he airdropped that to 77,000 people, 77,000 wallets. So you do the math, 4,000 times 77,000. And him not keeping an allocation for himself, he literally passed up $60 million. Like, I don't think people realize, like, I talk about DOG a lot, and damn, where my hat at? But I rock my hat, I rock my merch and everything because I like to wear my investments, right? I like people to see them and ask me about them so I can tell them about it. You know what I mean? But I don't think people realize how crazy that is because nobody's doing that. Nobody's passing up on $60 million because they want to create something that's truly in a decentralized organic token. People, human beings, greed won't allow them to do that. That's why you've never seen it done before. There's no other coin in existence right now that's more decentralized than DAO other than Bitcoin. Right? And what Leonidas did through runes in DAO is he put the power in the people's hand. He gave us the power, the early adopters. He gave us the power to make our own market. We are the market makers now, right? DAO has been listed on over a dozen exchanges. We've yet to see a tier one listing. A tier one listing is a crypto exchange like Binance, KuCoin, OKX, Kraken, right? With millions and millions of users, right? We've yet to get a tier one listing, but even with the small tier listings that we've got, we've managed to get up to 999 million market cap. Only $1 million away from breaking $1 billion market cap. No other coin has done that without a tier one listing in existence. No coin. And so
imagine what it's gonna look like once it break through, like once it get to the other side, where all the money circulate and people can access it more easier.
And that's why I'm telling people to get position on DAO, right? Get position on DAO because it's rug proof. The community owns it, and you don't have to worry about the team or exchanges pulling the rug from underneath you, right? Because we was talking about the rug pull, right? A rug pull is when, let's say, me and T and Dynamite, we came out with our own coin, right? And let's say we kept a 30% allocation for ourselves, right? We're gonna use 15% of the allocation to pay for the listing fees, and then we're going to keep the other 15% to pay ourselves and to pay for influencers and promotion, marketing, and all that, right? What happens in rug pulls is when those coins get listed, or when our coin was to get listed on Binance and the price shoots through the roof, we then, me and us three, we then sell all of our tokens, right? And dump that onto the marketplace. And in the exchanges do the same exact thing, right? So not only do you have us dumping our 15% allocation, you have the exchanges dumping their 15% allocation. And that's why you see coins like Trump and all these other rug pulls that it's thousands of them. Just right. Go to any crypto exchange, you'll see them. That's why you see that spike up and then that immediate spike down. That's us draining out all the liquidity. That's the exchanges draining out all of the liquidity from the tokens that we already had sitting back waiting to dump on the new people coming into the market. That's how rug pulls are created. You don't want to invest in a coin where one person holds more than 5% of the total supply. That's the perfect recipe for a rug pull, right? The top holder of DAO coin has like 300 million DAO, and that's still only like 3% of the supply. Right, and it's an exchange. We think it's Binance. We can't prove it for sure, but we're pretty sure it's Binance or one of the tier one exchanges. And what they're doing is they're accumulating the token because they're getting in position for the tier one listing that's coming, right? But what makes DAO so unique is they gotta buy the coin from the community.
Right.
They didn't get an allocation like most coins do. Like You know, they don't
Get
have
in position before they do. You know what I'm saying?
exactly. They don't
Before
have
they
to
do. Before they do.
taken
Y'all hear me?
to dump on everybody else, right?
This special
So
today. This special.
this is what makes dogs so unique, right? Another thing that makes dogs so unique is it's on the biggest blockchain in the world.
Absolutely.
When you look at Dogecoin, right? Doge got up to $54 billion market cap, right? And its total market cap is around like 600 billion. Shiba Inu got up to like, and you can look up these numbers for me, T, to make sure I'm saying this right, because I might be off right now.
I think Shiv got up. I think Shiv was like 80. I know Doge got up to like $80 billion market cap.
Right? Okay, 80 billion.
I think Shiv did half of that, did like 40.
Did like 40. What did Pepe do? Pepe did like, was it like 30 billion? I mean, for the total market cap.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. So,
yep.
So when you're talking about coins like Doge and Shib and Pepe, they did those numbers on blockchains that doesn't have half the market cap size that Bitcoin has. Mm-hmm. Bitcoin has a $1.2 trillion market cap.
That's a great point, right?
With the T, right?
Mm-hmm. The liquidity there is there.
So I want you to just think about this. If these other coins like Doge, Sheep, and Pepe, if they can do 30 billion, 40 billion, 80 billion, and the blockchains that they're on only have half of the liquidity that Bitcoin blockchains have, what do you think the number one meme coin on blockchain is on Bitcoin is going to do? Right? Really just think about that.
Yeah, make it simple. Yeah, make it simple.
It's simple, right? Mm-hmm. Bitcoin, 1.2 trillion market cap. Mm-hmm. Those 600 billion in its number one meme coin got up to 80 billion, right? Shib got up to 40 billion. Pepe got up to 30 billion or whatnot. Mm-hmm. And those blockchains only have half the liquidity that the Bitcoin blockchain had. Bitcoin has never had a meme coin before. This is the first cycle that Bitcoin will have meme coins on it or has meme coins on it. And the number one meme coin of every blockchain, go back and do your research. Look at the numbers, look at the charts. The number one meme coin on every blockchain always does at least 2% of that blockchain's total market cap. So if Dog is the number one meme coin on Bitcoin, which it is, and which it will always be, and if it does 2% of the total market cap of Bitcoin, which is 1.2 trillion, you do the fucking math, bro.
Yes, sir.
And the market cap right now is around 400 million.
Oh, God.
The market cap right now is only 400 million, bro. And listen, the community is all Bitcoiners. So they all have the same mindset of this is a hodl game. This is a holding game.
Yeah.
The people that's in Dog, they're not looking to sell anytime soon, if ever. They're looking at passing this Dog, a truly decentralized meme coin on Bitcoin, down to their children and their children's children. This is the mindset behind the Dog community. So when you're talking about the first meme coin on Bitcoin, a $1.2 trillion chain, with the ethos of HODL behind it, bro, it's really like a no-brainer. So I told somebody this the other day, right? I said, I see how this must be how the early adopters of Bitcoin felt when they was running around telling everybody to buy Bitcoin.
Yep.
This cause, bro, I don't know how to like say it any clearer or scream it any louder. It's like, dude, I call dog my Bitcoin time machine.
You go back. Yeah.
Listen, it's literally a low. It's literally it's literally a just a lower denomination of Bitcoin. That's it. It's what's the word I'm looking for? I just had it. It'll come back to me. But so I call it my Bitcoin time machine because this is my opportunity to acquire. The goal is always to acquire more Bitcoin.
Absolutely.
That's always the goal. And dog is my opportunity to acquire more Bitcoin through investing into a lower cap meme coin that's on the Bitcoin blockchain, that's secured by the Bitcoin blockchain. And it's immutable, it's unhackable for now until they talking about quantum computing, but I think we'll have quantum defense by the time they get quantum computing. I don't think that's gonna really be an issue, but it may. But until then, it's immutable, it's unhackable, it's secure, and dog is the first and number one meme coin on the number one most secure blockchain in the world. So it's really just a no-brainer for me, bro. I've seen these things happen time and time and time again, and that's why I told you about it, Adrian. You told me you went and had your crypto dude look into it and came back and told. He said that's the real deal.
Had to talk to my guy. Had to talk to my guy.
Everybody says that I turned on to dog that's been in the crypto that know what they're talking about. They say the same thing, bro. Like, this is the one. This is literally your second chance at Bitcoin.
And I'm gonna jump in right there, Pip, from what you were saying, because the point that you're making right there, I want to make sure the audience understand this. In our last couple of shows, what we talked about is ecosystems. Right? We've been talking about ecosystems, right? So here we are talking about ecosystems when you got a main project. And that's why I'm telling y'all, be careful, because if you're not careful, you're gonna get caught watching the wrong rabbit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're watching Bitcoin and you feel like, oh, I missed it. If you don't understand just what Pip was just saying, the overflow is going to go somewhere. Like, people's in that direction, but if they're in that ecosystem of Bitcoin, the Bitcoin users who love that platform they're going to look down, right? Like, if I live on the east side, I'm going to look for a restaurant to go eat on the east side. You see what I'm saying? I ain't looking to go to the west side to go get no chicken. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking on the east side. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to see what's on the east side. Why I'm gonna look at the west? I don't know the west side like I know the east side. Does that make sense? And so people that's in Bitcoin on that exchange, they gonna look what's in that exchange. You follow me? We talked about the XRP ledger on the last show in Houston, right? XRP has created its own ecosystem. Well, XRP now has created meme coins and other projects that's inside of that ecosystem. So when everybody looking at XRP, and like we talked about on the last show, that XRP is almost at that point based on quantity priced out for retailers too. $3 to get 1,000 of them is going to cost you $3,000. You know what I'm saying? Most people ain't got an extra $3,000 laying around. So what are they doing? They going to say, what else do they got? Right. And they go down, I can't get
that over there.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, what was that show? He said, how much can I get for a quarter? You know what I'm saying? Like,
one real.
Can I get 1 real? How much is 1 real? God, so how much is one? You know
people out here trying to get 1 real. How much is one coin?
How much is 1 coin below XRP? What, you got an XRP Junior? You know what I'm saying? What you got? You know, you got the Whopper, then they had to make the Junior Whopper. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, every concept has went with this same mentality. If you like this, but you can't afford this, I'm gonna give you this one. That's all we're saying. Like, Bitcoin is here. This is my point. Don't get caught watching the wrong rabbit. Bitcoin is here. That train is left. For most people, they ain't got 100 bands, right? And so what do? You look down.
Yep.
XRP is that 3. Now everybody's so stuck on they ain't get it at 30 cents or 50 cents. Oh, it went to $1 that fast. If you ain't go buy it that day, then it was at 152, 3. You see what I'm saying? Now people are saying, well, oh my God, I missed it. Look down. You see what I'm saying? Like, look down. And so we want to make sure we got the mindset. This is what we talk about in the show, is unlocking the secrets to the wealthy, one conversation at a time. Like, I gotta go back to the simplest form real quick, man. Y'all know me. I ain't gonna say the other word. I'm a ninja. You know what I'm saying? I'm a ninja. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta go back to the simplicity of understand you didn't miss the boat. Let's unlock the secrets. If you can't reach the 100,000, I bet you can afford something less than a penny. I bet you got pennies in your ashtray in your car right now. You know what I'm saying? I bet you got a pickle jar in your closet right now. They got quarters and pennies and dimes in there right now with a couple $100. If you take it to the credit union, you'll have $200, $300. Like, let's smarten up and say, let's take that money and let's go to Xverse. I'm gonna put it back on there. Somebody say, how do we buy it? I'm gonna put it up here. So some of Pip team members on here. Shout out to the Pip family. Shout out to the Pip family.
Man, Joe,
Go drop the science for the people. And you know what I'm saying? So you go to Xverse, right? You know, you got to get that wallet, real simple wallet. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm gonna tell you, don't do what I did, because me and Pip had a conversation when I first got into this deal 8 months ago, and Pip told me, he called me, I was on my way to Panama. I think I told you this too. As a matter of fact, the last time when I got back, I did it again. I did the wallet. I must open up a second wallet, and I was like, yo, where my crypto go? You know, I called Pip, like, Pip, hey, what's going on? I got my seed phrase. You got your seed phrase on this, so you got to write it down. Make sure you put your seed phrase in the book. You know what I'm saying? I keep a book with everything in it. You see what I'm saying? Make sure you guys write it down, all your seed phrases, so you can have it. Don't miss it by watching the wrong rabbit. Dollar cost averaging. Pip, let's go to that real quick, right? So one thing Pip told me when I missed it, right, in the summertime, and I bought a little bit, but I was just flirting with it. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, Sloan, why you ain't married? You should have dropped more. Sloan, hey, he hit me with this T. Sloan, let me ask you a question. You know he's so smooth. You know he's so smooth. And he say, hey, fam, let me just ask you a question. Why you ain't buy it when I told you when it was cheap? He say, fam, I just want to know for me, why you buying it at a premium, Sloan? He say, fam, why you ain't dollar cost average it, Sloan? You could have just dollar cost average it and bought some here and there, and you still would have been good. I mean, just the wisdom of that. And I was just like, what I tell you, Pip? I said, bro, that's on me.
Yeah.
Did I take accountability, Pip?
Absolutely.
I said, yo, that was on me, bro. I was investing in some other business. I was looking at some other stuff, and I missed it. But guess what, Pip? I'm focused. Yep. You know, and I share that transparency because all of us is in this space, and we run businesses. You got kids and you got family. Life get busy. You know, this stuff be sounding good, but if you don't have an intentional behavior to activate, you're not gonna do it.
Right.
You got to have an intentional behavior. So, guys, let's not watch the wrong rabbit. Look into the ecosystem and put your money in there. And let's talk about dollar cost averaging, right? What does that mean? See, I guess you could pick this up. You know what I'm saying? And Pip, you could come behind them with this. When a person should be investing a little bit of money over a period of time to make sure that they keep buying an asset. Let's just talk about, I guess, let me frame this up. How to choose your projects, you know what I'm saying, for your assets, and then budget, you know what I mean, to make sure you keep allocating some there. And obviously watching your chart to buying that, you know, good buying points, right? We can get a little deeper with that. But let's make sure you're at least having the behavior. Tara, talk about that a little bit.
And fellas, before you jump into it, T, I'm going to drop down from my laptop. I'm going to come back on from my mobile device because I got to make a run. So I'm about to jump in my car, but I'm going to drop down and come back in from my mobile device.
Okay, that's perfect. We got you, bro.
Good deal. All right, so dollar cost averaging, like I said, it's just basically like if, and this is why we always tell you the guys that like it's important. Like you don't have to be no super trader, you don't have to be any of that. But if you understand how to look at a chart and read a chart, that helps you with your price point, right? Because it's either a peak or it's a low, right? But when we're at that low, you're not going to be able to time the market perfectly. Nobody is. If they tell you they can, they lying to you, right? But if you see I'm at a low, let me get a little bit at this price, right? And I always say, what is the lowest point? And then where we are right now, what's a good price for it, right? So hit it at that lower point. If it goes down a little bit more, then get a little bit more. If it goes to that very low point, then that's when you put the bulk of your investment in, because you're at the lowest that it's ever been, and you got lucky, or you were blessed to be patient enough to wait for it to get down there. But let's say we right here, and I'm saying, I'm gonna wait for it to go low or whatever the case is, and that thing turn around and go the other direction. Then you lose a lot, because we talked about like how many coins do you lose? How many shares do you lose by that thing going up 10 cents? Like it hurts your heart when you really look at it. You be like, God damn, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, hurt your feelings, boy. Your soul be crying.
Your feelings be hurt because you sit up there watching it, but because of your lack of action, it makes you lose. So, like dollar cost averaging, and it's just basically getting in at a certain point. You're not always gonna get the perfect point. You're not gonna always get the perfect price. But the thing is, the idea is that you get an average of the best price, and then when that thing turns back around and go up the direction that we figure that it's going, you're in a good position. So that's what you want to do when it comes to the dollar cost averaging. You want to get in the game, and like I said, if you can get the perfect price, God bless you. But most times you're probably going to get somewhere close or near to it. And you just want to be in the game and make sure that you're allocated to the asset before it turns around.
And that's key, bro. You know what I'm saying? And let me piggyback on that real quick, because, in the investment world, man, when I did a lot of investments, with securities, we always tell people with their mutual funds, right? And let's just look at your 401k. Most people right now, you're doing DCA, not even thinking about it. Like if you have a 401k or a pension or 457 or TSP on your job, anything where they taking pre-tax funds out of your check every pay period, when you look at the mutual fund, the portfolio, right, that your money is going into at Invesco or Legg Mason or, Fidelity, whatever company you're using for your assets, you're buying those stocks inside of that mutual fund at that price.
That price, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You don't know if it's $1, $3, $4. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't know. But what you're doing is your dollar cost averaging. So when the market is going up, guess what? You're buying less shares at a higher price. You know what I'm saying? But you still get $100 out of that check, but you don't feel it because you don't know the cost of the price. So I really want to make this simple, right? But when the market goes down and say, well, the market's not doing too good, and a person looking at their 401k, have you ever done it? Put me in the chat if we being real. Like you've been investing and you say my portfolio is going down, but every check, guess what they're doing? Taking $100 out. You know what I'm saying? They taking $100 out. You see what I'm saying? And now when it happens, you're like, well, my portfolio is going down, but you never call HR and say, I stopped saving for my retirement. See, this is what I'm saying. Like that discipline for us is already there. But like Tara said on the last show, it's because somebody's doing it for you. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't taking responsibility to do it. It feels different when you got to reach in your wallet, when you got to pull out your debit card, you know what I'm saying? And you look like the price going down, my portfolio, and you still, I'm buying another 100 shares. You doing it so grudgingly, like you ain't doing it happy. You know what I'm saying? Like you're doing it in a bad spirit. You know what I mean? And most people don't do it. They don't do DCA because they don't have the right psychology. What does it do to do it with a personal discipline? And this is why I really feel like most people are not successful entrepreneurs. Yeah. When you got to get up and tell yourself to get up and go to work, when you got to be your girl, like, hey, babe, when you come home, you can be like, I don't know what to tell you here.
Until it get done, I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, people used to ask me, Sloan, what's your schedule? Until the job starts, till the job get finished. Like that's my schedule for the day. See, when you work for somebody, you develop these disciplines of being lazy and letting people do stuff for you. But when you work for yourself, you develop a discipline that I'm gonna get it done regardless. I don't got no emotion to that. I'm gonna get it done. So I want to talk about that with DCA, because most of you who work any level of corporate job where you had a 401k or pension, Dollar cost averaging is what happens when they take the money out of your check for you and invest it into your retirement. What we're saying in the crypto market, you got to have a budget. If you're going to invest $300 a month, $5 a month, $250 a month, whatever your number is with the portfolio that you built, you need to be investing into that on a regular basis, regardless of what's going on, to make sure you buy some shares. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. And then I think another thing, like you said, you kind of touched on it, but it's the psychology of it, right? I want us to, if you don't take anything else from this or what I say, learn to be a contrarian, right? We were taught this stuff when we were kids, right? If everybody going this way, you go the other direction. If everybody jumping off the bridge, you say I ain't gonna be one of them, you know. But now it's like we just follow the leader. With investing, the money is made when you go the opposite direction. Because if everybody could do it, if everybody could get rich, because somebody get on the news and call a stock, everybody would be rich. But that's not how it works. So when you see, I always say when that you see that blood or that red in the market, that's when we get excited, man. I get excited. I'm like, it's on sale, bro. Like the market is on sale. It's time for me to go to work. Because other than that, like I tell you, we never walk into a store and say, hey, give me the most expensive thing you got in here. Unless you pips and you didn't hit an ordinal and you up 500,000, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you up. Like everybody get one today.
Everybody get one of these. But other than that, we looking for what's the discount? What's the bargain? Who got a sale today? Right? I want y'all to look at the market in the same way. We're not buying at the tops. We're not buying at the highest price. And just, you know, like I say, demystify it. An asset is an asset is an asset, regardless of what it is. If it's a piece of gum or it's dog go to the moon, it's an asset, right? And it's all about your entry point and when you buy in. That's what matters, because the money is made not when you sell, but when you buy.
When you buy, that's a t-shirt. That's a t-shirt. The money's made when you buy, not when you sell. Like, guys, I hope you're really taking this, man, from this show. I told you this show was going to be good, right? Did we went a little over what I usually do? I knew we probably would this show, but I appreciate you guys sticking around. But I knew it was going to be valuable information. When you got these two, we got to do a part 2 of the show. It was just so much more sauce that we can get out of this particular show. I knew it was going to be something. Absolutely. Thank you so much, man. We appreciate it. Thank you so much, man. And so, you know, the reality is, guys, we knew we was going to take something away from it, but we got to get in before them, before they do, right? This is a time for our culture. Like, we have a desire, T and I, to be able to open up our own credit union. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about what our community. We have a desire to be able to help our community make millions of dollars. Like, I don't care if you make a couple 100,000. You know what I mean? Make more than what you're doing right now. That's all we're saying. Like, make more than what you're doing right now by just adjusting your disciplines of what you're doing. And then you could join the investment groups. You know what I'm saying? Like, one thing I learned from that short term of me working for a year with the Black Wall Street community down in Atlanta is what it looks like for a collective to come together. You know what I'm saying? What a collective people to come together to make a bigger project. And in our culture, that's what we need. So we're going to make talk about money comfortable. You feel me? When you come to this show, we're going to make talking about money comfortable, because most people talk about money and they just start itching. You know what I mean? Because you think about what you don't have. You know what I'm saying? That's why you uncomfortable. And this is what I've seen in the Jewish community happen. This is what I've seen in so many other, you know, the Caucasian community, the Chinese community. They said that a lot of my family is Muslim. You know what I'm saying? I've seen it happen in the Islamic community when you sit down and you have these conversations about money and it's no big deal.
Yeah.
I don't know where we have in our culture where we talk about money and people get uncomfortable.
I mean, that's generational, bro. I mean, for us, like, you know, like I said, and like you grew up a little bit differently than I did, but you know, I grew up rob Peter to pay Paul. If it's due on the 1st, you got to the 15th, all that type of stuff. That's all broke mentality. That's all survival. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, most people come out the house, they want to look like they want to look like they ain't going through it. But most of us are going through it. And I want to tell each and every one of you guys that this is a safe space. And the truth of the matter, my brother said this at the convention, the boot camp the other day. It's time to stop faking. You know what I mean? If you ain't got it, you got to understand, like, if I ain't got it or I'm messed up, I should be able to come to my brother and be like, bro, I'm messed up, bro. I ain't got it. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's time for all of us to come to that point in our lives, because it's too much makeup. It's too much faking and flaunting. Like, bro, if you ain't got it, say you ain't got it so you can get the help you need. Because other than that, you just gonna keep going the same cycle. And I don't want that for us. Like, you got people who saying, man, we ain't judging you at all. We done been messed up too. The finances down, so broke, pay attention, all this type of stuff.
Yeah.
So you're not by yourself. So we got to take that pride down, that fear, whatever that is, to not come to the community and say, hey man, this is what I really need. We letting y'all know, like, it's over with. We already telling y'all got an open door. Come ask the question, because that's the only way you're gonna get the answer.
Man, listen, I was telling the banker today, bro. I had to go to the bank and talk to a bank. And check this out, bro. I'm talking to this guy, and we talking about what it looks like to be able to have this information. He's a banker, bro. He's on the other side of the table. You know what I mean? He asked me what I do, and we having this fluent conversation. He said, well, what do you recommend about the crypto market? I said, yo, and I'm giving him tips. He said, do you mind bringing me a list up here of things I could do? And what do you feel about the decentralized? And I said, let me tell you something. I said, you need to come to the podcast. You know what I'm saying?
That's gonna cost you, my boy.
You know what I mean? Like, yesterday's price ain't today's price. You know what I'm saying? But yesterday's price ain't today's price. You know what I'm saying? But let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? I said, because if you take the money that you make, and he said he just got a raise at the branch, you about to be over another branch. I said, think about this. 32 years old, you ain't got no kids. If you take the money that you making right now and you invest it into the market, and you're able to take the gains from the market that you have and just dollar cost average it in a simple way over the next year, you could then take that money and put it inside of these interest-bearing accounts that Chase has. They got some $150,000 accounts that you could put some money over there, and you could have your money match in a more secure place, right? But you can get a 5X, 10X, 20X, 30X on your money right now for this next 18 months. And you could just flop it over here. So when you're trying to go get married, have your first kid, like, bro, you set up. It's just allocation. So it's so important right now to know what to do. It's not about your job, your race, or how much money you got. I keep telling y'all this every single show. What you got or what you don't got is not important right now. What is important, are you willing to sow a seed and investment into yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Can you sow the seed of time?
Yep.
If you are willing to put the time in, you will grow your wealth exponentially right now, because it's the majority of the population do not even know what we're talking about. They have no knowledge of crypto, wallets, hot wallet, cold wallet, hot pockets. They don't know none of this stuff. You understand what I'm saying? And so when you look at it, if you can put some time, all right, I'm going to put in the chat, coinmarketcap.com, so you can type it up. You want to go invest into a project, go to coinmarketcap.com. Look at the top 100, right? Look at the ecosystems that we're talking about, and you start investing time. And I just believe the universe works like this. Once you start thinking a certain way and you start manifesting that direction that you're going to go into, the universal law of attraction is just going to bring it to you. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
It's going to bring it to you. Like, once you think about it, you write it down. You start with your affirmations that I am intelligent. I am wealthy. I am a good investor. I am my biggest investment. It's me versus me every day. You feel me? And you get your mind in that space. I believe the universe is going to give you the abundance that you're thinking about, because you're investing into a good space. I just told my lady this today. I just told her this today, that you can't sow good seeds on good ground and don't get good fruit. Like, if you a seed sower, you keep sowing seed, you're going to get fruit eventually. The scripture said, like, it made it clear that a seed sower sows seed, and some seed fell on good ground, bad ground, stony ground. Listen, as a seed sower, you only control the sowing. Right. You don't control the ground that it fall on, and which investment gave you 3%, which gave you 12, which one gave you 15, which gave you 20. You know, when we speak to you guys as an audience, we can't control which one of y'all gonna listen to us. You know what I'm saying? Like, our job, we've been charged to share information. So we're doing the seed sowing and the watering, and some of y'all on here gonna say, that sounds great, and you're gonna go to bed. Some of y'all gonna say, you know what I'm saying? That's good stuff. Let me go on CoinMarketCap right now. Let me go to Xverse right now. You know what I'm saying? We put the information on the sheet. on the screen. Somebody gonna say, yo, I'm going to X first right now, and I'm about to sit as well. I see my little cousin Jaleel on there. He said, yo, I bought the Bitcoin. Now when I swap it, what I do next? See, he took action. You know what I mean?
I love
He took action. That's my little cousin. He a young head, but he said, yo, I see it. Boom, big cuz, this is what it is. He said, what do I do now? See, I'd rather take that cat that say, I'm gonna do it. Oh, I don't know what to do now, but you did something.
Yep.
See, this is what we had, guys. So you guys need to just sow seeds into yourself. It ain't about your money. Some of y'all got so much money, but your vision is broke.
Yeah, boy.
You got broke vision with a full bank account. Your faith is broke. Your belief system in yourself is broken. And this is limiting your growth. Can I be real for a minute with that? Can I be real for a second?
Mm-hmm.
You can have money and still be broke.
Absolutely.
Some of y'all think because y'all got money, y'all rich. No, you broke because you scared. You in the way of your own growth. You're in the way. Your own insecurities, your own mental blocks, your own lack of belief got you broke. Where you can't even accomplish what God got in front of you because you can't manifest it. Some of y'all don't believe you deserve to win at that level.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
To win, you gotta say, I deserve this. Like, yo, this is a promise on my life. Like, that ain't cocky, that ain't arrogance. No, that's claiming the promises for your life. You gotta say, yo, I deserve to win for me and my family. I deserve to go to the next level. Like, I'm gonna do the work. And I'm not going to apologize. I'm not going to apologize for the sacrifice it took for me to get up early and stay up late and put this time in. As Pip say, I got lucky. They ended up with a $500,000 project. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, that took time. I just want to speak on your life real quick. That's in my spirit, man. Somebody need to hear that. Like, you can have the money and still be broke. And that's why I'm telling you, some of y'all who don't got the money, you are the richest person on this call.
Mm-hmm.
You the wealthiest person. Because you got the vision, you got the foresight, and the universe gonna give you what you're supposed to have because you're gonna do the work.
That's it.
Some of y'all need to stop with this faking, lazy, I got the money. Shut up. Like, you ain't gonna get no further than where you are with that stinking thinking and that broke attitude. Give me some dogs. I'm like Dion. Give me a bunch of dogs.
Yeah.
Give me some dogs that's hungry and we can teach this, who ain't gonna be like, how much more time we got? You know what I mean? What else you got to do to get wealthy? You got something, you got something better to talk about?
Look at your bank account and figure out how much time you got.
You got something better you need to be doing right now?
Yeah.
But, you know, it's in all love, family. But I just got to be real with y'all because, listen, I've been so broke I couldn't pay attention. Like, I've been in those places that, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you're trying to figure it out, and only thing I had was faith and belief in myself that when I step outside of that door, I know I'm gonna go win. I ain't see how, but one of my mentors said, he said, yo, listen, just because you don't see the solution don't mean it's not there.
Mm-hmm.
So when you step out there with that mindset, when we talking about growing your legacy for your family, we stepping out here every day claiming and believing what's for us. I don't care what happened. I got some bad news at midnight this morning. I had to take care of some business. I took care of it. I told my lady I ain't internalizing it. I got a full agenda today. Let me solve this situation, and I got to get it moving because I know the enemy try to get us off track and get us distracted with thoughts and get it. Nah, I'm a compartmentalize that, and I got an agenda. And guess what? We got deals done today, baby.
Yes, sir.
We got deals done. So, guys, you got deals to get done. Stay in position. Somebody needed that word for me. Yo, listen, it just had to come that way, y'all. So I appreciate y'all allowing me to be real with y'all for a minute, but I want y'all to win so bad, man. It's in my spirit so bad that, man, we just got to come together as a family in the community and stop being afraid to trust each other, work with each other. Me and T got so many resources for you to get business funding. We got access to hedge funds. We got access to coaches. You know, we put it out there for the website. I'm going to put it out there for y'all again. You know, it's at the bottom of the page right now. One-on-one consultations. I had 3 or 4 people reach out to me today to do a one-on-one. No problem. Go to the website, themoneytalkpodcast.com. Fill out the questionnaire. We'll follow up with you, give you a call, and give you the sauce. We gave you an hour and a half of sauce today that told you about the only meme coin on the Bitcoin chain. And if, like bro said, if it's 2% of $1.2 trillion, that's $24 billion. If it just go to 2%. And right now, you know where it's at? Less than $1 billion, 500, 600 million.
And then I just looked at like I always like to use the real estate comparison, like comparables in the market. So if you look at Doge right now, we're not even in a full bull run right now. Doge is sitting at I think I just looked at it, 50 is either 48 or $58 billion market cap right now. Currently sitting.
Going sideways. Sure. And you can get in right now for about 600. Look at Dog rules right. Let's give the people some accurate numbers. What is Dog right now? Market cap. Last time I looked at it, was like 500, 600 million. With that push down on Bitcoin, it made it a little cheaper. It had broke down past 0.004. It was like 0.037, something like that.
Yeah, so looking at current price of 0.004, so less than a penny. And I love this because guess what? 2009, Bitcoin was what? 0.003. It went to 108,000. So go figure. But current market cap, you're looking at 407 is a market cap that's up 8%. 24-hour volume is 16.4 million in the last 24 hour. And then fully diluted is 407. So you're looking at half a billion dollars right there. So just getting up to $1 billion.
Just think of what we're talking about right now, T. And I'm gonna let you close it, wrap it up with the closing words. I think Pip got back on. We're gonna let Pip have a closing remark, man. Pip, we're gonna do a part 2 of this show, man, because we got so much more to talk about. But think about that. I just want to do the numbers because we're gonna end them with the show is, right? You know what I'm saying? We got to get in position before they do, right? So just think about these numbers of this. Just let this math for you right now. T, pull out your calculator. I want you to put this math together for the people.
All right.
If the market cap right now for Dog is 407 million, right? I want you to do something solid for me and say a person put in $500.
Okay.
Take $500 divided by the 0.004. How many tokens do they have?
That's 125,000 tokens. 125,000.
125,000 tokens, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now let's take that 125,000. That's $500, right? Now I want you to do me a solid, bro, and multiply that 125,000 tokens times 10 cents, 0.1.
12.5.
Now you say 12.5. Make it plain for him. What's that number?
So 12,500. So that's basically a 12. About a 12x of your money.
So let's make the numbers plain. You bought it for under a penny. Right now, we talk about the multiples. You bought something at $500. It grew to $12,500 over a period of time. Is that a good or a bad thing?
Hey, the best thing I ever discovered.
Let's just say what's Doge right now? Doge price is what?
Doge is sitting at, well, I gotta go back. I think it's, let me see. Let me check.
These are names that y'all familiar with.
Yeah. Doge is sitting at 32 cents.
So let's take 128,000 times 0.32, 32 cents.
32 cents.
You put $500 in, it bought you 128,000 shares.
Ooh, shit. That's 40 bands right there, buddy.
Your $500 just turned to $40,000. I rest my case.
And 32 cents is bearish for Dog. That's bearish.
And that's super bearish.
That's bearish. That's what I'm saying. We're in a bear market, and it, supposedly bear market, and it's sitting at 48 billion in market cap right now. So
I rest my case, man. So listen, I'm gonna let Pip go first. Pip, man, listen, we appreciate you coming to the show, aka Mr. Levels. There's levels to this thing, man. You got to keep getting lucky. That boy got a 4-leaf clover in his back pocket. He keep getting lucky. and hitting everything. I seen Pip share something. It was almost like he was on, what was that? It was like a crypto profit, some tag they had gave Pip for calling Dog Ruins and how much he been promoting it. And but I appreciate you, bro, from the top of my heart, the biggest space, man, not the bottom. I appreciate you from the top, from the big space, for being who you are, bro. Man, I love you, man. Much respect, man. We're gonna come out to Puerto Rico. I mean, maybe me and T got to just go walk in the sand, let our toes hit the sand, and get a 4-leaf clover or something to get an order.
Puerto Rico, that's my second home, so I'm
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, Pip, man, what's your closing remarks of what you would say you want the people to take away from getting in position before the masses do?
Yeah, man. Nah, I really appreciate it. I had a good time tonight, man. I appreciate you guys having me on. I appreciate the whole discussion, being able to share, some value with the community. And I would say the main thing for everybody to always remember is that the number one rule to investing is never invest any amount of money that you can't afford to lose.
Yes, sir.
Right? So if you only got $10 to invest, hey, put $10 into Dog. You only got 100, put 100, but never invest any amount of money that if you lost it, it's gonna affect your livelihood, right? You never do that. Never do that. Other than that, I would just say always do your own research. Go, research these coins, these companies. Like I said earlier, see what their roadmaps are. See the ethos of the community. Go look at the market cap and the fully diluted market cap and the total supply, and make sure everything is on the up and up with it. And yeah, man, just try to make wise decisions with your investments. Don't chase the hottest new hype coin of the week, because that's what'll get you rug pulled. And stay tapped in with guys like Adrian and T, myself and other. It's tons of other people that's giving out this sauce and this alpha on X, formerly known as Twitter. And get out there in some of those crypto Twitter spaces. Just listen to what they talking about and the projects that they're speaking about, because a lot of those projects that they speaking about are early projects, right? And if you can get in early on these things, you stand to make significant gains, man. So yeah, man, thank you guys again for having me on. Always remember this right here. Your life is what you think it should be, but faith without works is dead. So please don't be naive, guys. Peace and love.
Thank you. Yes, sir. Can't hear you, Sloan.
Oh, I got it. Okay, got you, man. Y'all put some hearts in the chat for my main man, Mr. Levels Pips, man. Peace and love, brother. We love you, man. We're going to get you back on the show. Y'all put some hearts in there for him, man. Thanks a lot, Pip. Man, listen, that was good stuff, man. That's good stuff, man. Like, I took a lot from that. T, what you thinking real quick, bro? What you thinking?
Man, I love it. Like I said, you know me, I like to be able around people to talk shop. You know what I'm saying? And he got the technicals working. He knows he broke down some stuff about the Ruin project that I wasn't even, because this is the thing. Like a lot of us, like I look across different platforms, different blockchains, you know what I'm saying? But everybody not gonna be able to do that. So some people, it is good for them to hone in. We know what Bitcoin is. We know what's happening on. Just focus there, and it's gonna be plenty of money that comes through there. So I learned a lot. I'm definitely, you know what I'm saying. Me and you talked about it. Definitely got to get into that. You know what I mean? Because this him explaining more about what it is, like the supply being fully diluted. There is no reserve, or the team has a certain allocation and all that. Like, I mean, all those is bells to me. You know what I'm saying? It's like, because I understand how you evaluate a coin. So I'm like, oh yeah, he even if he wasn't trying to sell me, he sold me.
As a no-brainer, and that's why I was telling you, man, I gotta get you and Pip together, because I knew it was gonna be a kindred spirit, you know what I'm saying, and the information of it. And Pip he just one of those guys that's just so genuine. You know what I'm saying? He's just genuine. He ain't got no dog in the fight. You know what I'm saying? He just trying to help make sure people win. And, you know, he has a great community. He teaches. He's invited us to come to Puerto Rico and do some masterminds with him. So when we do our mastermind, Pip would definitely be a guest. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
At the mastermind to be able to grow. But I just love what this show stands for, and I just love what we're doing to be able to help the community grow. You know what I'm saying? And so my closing remarks, until you can wrap it up, I'm gonna tee up the video before we can get out of here. But man, each one teach one, family. Iron sharpen irons, man. So the whole goal right now is to grow together. I love what T said earlier today, man. Listen, you just got to be transparent. You know what I mean? You are where you are. You know, like an AA meeting. You know what I'm saying? The first thing to say is, "Hi, I'm Adrian." You know what I'm saying? My name is Adrian Dynamite, and I need some help. You know what I'm saying? Like when you own who you are, you know what I'm saying? Like I just feel like the universe responds to that, and it gives you the answers to take one step, 1 foot before the other to where you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, and one of the things happened, especially if you've had a level of success before in your life, we call it a fallen angel, and you fell from that glory. It hurt.
Oh man, it sucks.
It sucks. It hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like it hurt when you were falling angel. It hurt your soul. You know what I'm saying? When you got to actually build your way back up 1 foot or the other. But never forget this, man. I feel like God blesses you with the blueprint when you in the valley.
Yep.
The blueprint for life and success comes out of the valley of life. And you use that blueprint when you climb your way back to the mountaintop. So the only way for you to get from where you are to where you're going, from good to great, is you have to admit where you are. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like you have to admit what you are. I'm telling you, I've been at the mountaintop and I've been in the valley, and I had to hold it. As a man, we suffer quietly. You know what I'm saying?
Don't nobody care about what you're going through.
The noodles, and he's slurping, and you think he eating linguine. You know what I'm saying? He eating ramen noodles over there, but that boy showing up and he going to work. We've all been at that place.
Yes, sir.
But in your heart, in the atmosphere, I need y'all to claim where you're going right now, and just start where you are and make incremental steps. Don't chase nobody. Don't judge yourself based on what nobody else doing. Whatever they doing, God bless them. If they go out here and buy 2 Bitcoins tomorrow, God bless them. If they go buy 20,000 XRPs tomorrow, God bless them. If they go get 2 million dogs tomorrow, you know, they got more dogs than the zoo, God bless them. You know what I'm saying? You just make sure you doing what you got to do for you and your family. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I want y'all to take away from this. And I love you all. It's your boy, Adrian Dynamite, son of living legend, man. We got to pay the price for life up front and full. There's no discount, man. Stay tuned for the next show. I'm going to go backstage. T, you can kick it off and get the people ready for the next one as we tee up this closeout video. Peace and blessings, fam. See y'all on the next show. Man,
so again, thank you for everybody showing up, man. This is important times right now. Appreciate our guest today. Is an absolutely amazing guest. Like I said, I love being in the room with other brains. You know, just sparking. We could talk shop and go back and forth. But guys, more than anything, like we said, I gotta reiterate that, man. Like, be real with yourself. Like, this is that time to say, hey, man, maybe the things that I haven't been doing, you know, maybe I need to do something different. Maybe I need to try something different. And then go to somebody that you trust, man. You know people. You should be able to tell people who real and fake, you know. But more than anything, my thing is to get the information, get the knowledge for yourself, so you don't have to depend on anybody. You know, we've created an environment where you can come get the resources and all of that. But the bigger thing is to give it to you so you can take it and do something with it and help and teach somebody else. So guys, here at the Money Talks podcast, we will continue to give you the best that we got. I know my brother Sloan gonna do it. I do it every time. I'm gonna give you everything that I have, but it's up to you to take action and do something with it. So with that being said, guys, everybody everybody who rocked with us this whole hour and 40 minutes, man, we love y'all. We love y'all. We're going to continue to bring it to you. And guys, stay next to the fire, because this will be one of the greatest years of your life if you let it. All right. With that being said, we'll take it back.